And hello, I'm John Bachman. Germany's Chancellor Angela Merkel has been at the White House this morning talking to President Obama about peace in Ukraine. We are awaiting a news conference any moment here from Merkel and President Obama. Meantime, she's just 2 days away from a scheduled summit between Ukraine, Russia, France, and Germany. Merkel's been pushing the president, our president, to delay shipping weapons to Ukraine. There are also fears that this could derail the entire peace plan or process. Jury selection continues in Texas in the trial of that man accused of killing American sniper Chris Kyle. Eddie Ray Ralph's lawyers are using PTSD as a defense, but some jurors who were already excused aren't buying it.
He didn't put his clothes on backwards. He was a sane mind to go to that shooting range.
Well, Chris Kyle was killed during a trip to that shooting range with Ralph and another vet, Chad Littlefield. Jordan is getting more help in its fight against ISIS. The United Arab Emirates has now sent a squadron of fighter jets to Jordan to take part in strikes against the terror group. Over the weekend, Jordan launched nearly 60 airstrikes into Syria. And a bit of a confusing day for same-sex couples in Alabama. At least one judge is granting same-sex marriage licenses after a federal ruling allowing them. But it's unclear if other judges will follow the state's Chief Justice, Roy Moore, who told judges there in Alabama not to issue those licenses. Stay tuned for more on that. Firefighters in eastern California are getting the upper hand on a wildfire now in the Sierra Nevada foothills. That fire, which has been burning since Friday, is now 75% contained. It's already destroyed 40 homes and buildings, though. And evacuation orders are still in effect. Meanwhile, in the Northeast, the problem is, again, snow, and lots of it. Take a look right here for yourself. Under a winter storm warning now, dumping large amounts of snow across New England. Again, Boston already getting buried. About a foot could hit there again. Schools in Boston are closed today and tomorrow. And at least 2 weeks, in the last 2 weeks alone, Massachusetts has received more than 60 inches of snow. And it may be time for Brian Williams to step down for good in order to save his reputation. That's what Dick Morris, author of the book Power Grab, tells Newsmax TV.
If he admits the problem, if he himself brings out other examples, and if he says, I'm going to go to therapy, I'm going to work on this problem, I'm going to work on this issue.
Well, Morris believes that Americans will eventually forgive Williams, but says he needs to take a few years off. And Bruce Jenner is now speaking about his auto accident over the weekend that left a woman dead in Malibu. In a statement to People magazine, he says his sympathies go out to the family of the woman killed. The accident started when a Lexus hit a Prius that was stopped on a highway. Jenner's SUV then rear-ended that Lexus. The driver of that car was killed. And baseball fans, get those checkbooks out. A one-of-a-kind is headed for the auction block. The only known autographed photo of shoeless Joe Jackson is expected to go for 6 figures at an auction later this month. Jackson, who is forever linked to the Chicago Blackhawk Black Sox, World Series of 1919, was illiterate and stayed away from signing much of anything. Very rare there. Another Newsmax Now update coming up for you in 30 minutes.